I am going live today for the first time. I'm doing one of the first time live videos here on YouTube, so bear with me. The reason that I'm doing this today is I want I've got some special offers, and the assessment that we're doing now is we're going to start charging for it soon. But right now, it's we're offering it free, and it is a wonderful, wonderful assessment. The reason, and I just kind of want to talk about my reasoning for taking this assessment, and that is that when I first became a realtor back in 2003, I really didn't have an idea as to what I was doing. I came from the a fitness and hair background, but when I got into real estate, I just felt really lost and confused. And I mean, there was just so much more to learn. And I can't say that I was the most computer literate person in the world, because no, I was not. I could make flyers, do a few little things, but man, I really did need a lot of help. And I've taken some small business courses and whatnot. And the brokerage that I went with, they were okay. They were good. They did what they needed to do, kind of taught me about the contracts and how to keep out of trouble. Um, and I made it through first few transactions without too much trouble. And I learned all about the databases and all that stuff. And with luck, I fell my way to top achievers that year. Now I did go get my GRI, and I took some advanced courses and so forth. But I just wasn't good at certain things. And I literally, and I'll say it again, I literally stumbled myself through the first year. So the following year, I set some higher goals for myself, but I could never get past a certain point. There was just this fear and this wall inside of me. And that's when I learned about coaching. So I got into coaching because that's what was recommended. And I learned how to cold call. And I went down and did, I did some Mike Ferry courses and went down and did the cold calling where they plug in and your palms sweat and they tell you what you need to say, and all this stuff that felt totally unauthentic to me and totally salesy. But, I learned how to do it, and I needed to be a better cold caller. And then I learned how to do calls, notes, and pop-bys, and I learned how to build better relationships with people. And that was another coaching, which I loved. I actually loved that course and became a mentor in that program. And that was wonderful. And the coaching was awesome. And I had a coach. I mean, I had spent well over, and to some higher end business people, this won't seem like a lot of money, but for people like me that I was just starting out, it seemed like a lot of money. I've spent close to probably $150,000 to $200,000 total over the last 20 years in coaching and self-help groups, all, anything I can to make myself better and to get better at things. But I just wasn't consistent. Honest to God, I just wasn't consistent. And there was just something that was blocking me. So, and I had this one coach, and she was great. And she suggested, she had been trying to get me to come coach with her in her company and come on board with her more. And she was my coach. And I said, no, if I can't find a good program to coach with, I won't do it. So she called me one day and she said, I found this program for you. You need to take this assessment and you need to coach this. You would be awesome at it. So I did. So I took this assessment. Now I've taken, like most entrepreneurs and people that are trying to do self-improvement, I've done DISC, I've done Myers-Briggs, 16 personalities, Enneagram, the love language, done my heritage profile, and everything else I could possibly do, full astrological workup, all that stuff. I've done all those things to try to figure out what it was and why I couldn't attain just higher levels and what was holding me back. And I took this Habit Finder assessment and sat down and went over the review with somebody, and I really realized, man, I had a low self-worth. And I'm finding a lot of people have low self-worth, but mine was really, really low. And I thought, man, I'm a pretty confident person. What is going on with me? But it gave me the tools because it pinpointed the stuff so close to home and really told on me that I was able to then focus on what I needed to change in my thought patterns. It literally, and I knew that in order to grow, I had to change how I thought. But there was just something in my subconscious mind that was not letting me change. And those thought patterns became very specific. Now, I wish that what I could tell you was that, man, once I saw that overnight, I was able to shoot up. But that is exactly not true at all. It's taken me time. It took me through therapy because where I want to be and where I'm at, two totally different levels. And I just started on this great journey. And I love this assessment. And the people that I have coached using this assessment, they are blown away at how accurate it is. And what I also love about it is you can take it every 6 months, and it's not like your personality. You can kind of gauge to where you're at. Now, when I took it, I thought, "Oh, I'm getting better." Well, at one point, I actually got worse, and it's because I started diving deep into my inner work and really doing a lot of deep, deep, deep down inner work. And so, of course, sometimes things get better when you're weeding your life out. It gets better before it gets worse before it gets better, and that's kinda how it was with me. But then all of a sudden, I started rising to the top, and I felt so clean and cleansed and just wanted to start and ready to share and make some definite changes. So that started my little healing journey. So I want you to go to my website, nadinemusic.com, and there's a little box that says Start Here. Click that and take the assessment. It takes you 15 to 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes to do it. And let's go over your thoughts. Then let's schedule a call, 30 to 45 minutes. Let's go over that. Let's go over it. Let's see if I've got a program that works for you. If anything, worst case scenario, you've spent an hour, hour and 20 minutes of your life figuring out where your thought patterns are. And maybe that's a pretty cheap investment. So again, nadinemusic.com. Click the little button that says Start Here. It'll take you to fill out the habit finder, and then it'll take you right to the assessment. Make sure you complete it all the way through because you'll get your results pretty quickly. Want to talk to you? I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Go there.